Hi guys, welcome to another episode, and today we're going to be reviewing this stunner, which is the Genesis GV70 2.2 diesel sport. Right, so today's video we're going to be driving to Weston-super-Mare, and not really the greatest weather, but we are going to drive to Weston, like I said, and we're going to go to a drive-on beach. I can never remember the name of it, but if you're from around Bristol area or Weston or down that way somewhere, maybe you'll know where it is. So yeah, that's what we're going to do today. So let's have a little walk around to the car. Right, now I'm going to show you the interior of the GV70. And as you will see, it's got a lovely black leather interior. Very posh, I quite like it. I love the white stitching on the seats. Then we're going to come around to the back. I'll show you the back of the car. And it's also got, again, the white stitching. And it's also then got your own dual climate control for in the back of the car, which can be located in the back of the centre armrest. Then we come around to the boot, and the boot is huge. It's so, well, my chair actually fits in their hole, and then you can literally close the boot and everything is lovely in there, and it's still quite a bit of room actually. Now, one thing I will mention is that for me to get in this car, I do actually need assistance, so you won't actually see me getting in the car, but I will, like I said, I'll mention that it is fairly difficult now for me to get in because I know I've tried it already, but once I'm in there, it's fantastic. So yeah, let's get inside. So as you'll see, I'm inside the Genesis, but I wanted to show you this angle because, as you can see, it's very high up for me, and that's why I couldn't show you the transfer in on my own, because I needed help from my assistant / my husband. So yeah, I'm inside, so let's take a look inside the rest of the car. So this is the interior of the GV70, and as you'll see, very posh. Typical Genesis. You wouldn't expect anything less. This is why, I'll be honest, I love reviewing the Genesis. So we've got this really nice leather steering wheel. We've got on your left of the steering wheel here all your buttons to control your infotainment system, and on the right then we've got your cruise control, speed limiter, adaptive cruise control, lane assist, everything on the right hand side. Then we've got a lovely digital display here, which again will change on all the different driving modes. We've got Eco, Sport and Comfort. And as you'll see, for each one, the dials change. I prefer Comfort. But then this particular model, because it's four-wheel drive, also has different terrain options, which we've got snow, mud and sand. Sand is going to come in handy today. So yeah, then we've got dual climate control down here. Which is, I really like this look, this really glossy black. I really like that, and this is all touch sensitive, which is nice. Then we've got your lovely infotainment system up here, which has got Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, only accessible via USB though. Then we've got DAB radio, Bluetooth, built-in sat nav. So this car really is fully loaded for everything. So now we're going to take a trip to Weston-super-Mare. Like I said, we're going to go to the drive-on beach, and I'll give you a little show around there. So we have got to Weston-super-Mare and on the drive on beach. Now, as you would have just seen, the beach is more or less closed because it's got a high tide and soft sand. So we are parked right about the way, and we're still on the beach, but not quite on the beach. It's like 1, 2, 3 cars. Yeah, that's about it because no one's allowed to go any further. So I'll show you a little bit of the car on the sand, and I've got to be honest, mind that sand mode. I'm gonna put it into sand mode on the settings. Didn't even slip at all once. Brilliant. Genesis is probably gonna have a fit because I bought it on wet sand. Oh, but I promise Genesis it'll be clean when you have it back. So yeah, now I'm gonna cover the ratings, and the first one we'll start with is comfort. Again, I'm gonna score it a 5 as always, simply because it's so comfortable, and you didn't even feel the bumps on the way down here from South Wales. Performance, I'm going to score it a 4, only because I think it's a massive car, and even though it has got a 2.2 diesel engine, I just don't quite think it's strong enough to pull the car, if that makes sense. But the fuel economy is great at the same time for a 2.2. Accessibility, so as you've seen earlier, it was a little bit difficult for me to get in, so I'm going to score it a 2. But that being said, once I'm in, that doesn't really matter to me, as long as once I'm in, yeah, it's great. And then practicality, I'm going to score that a 5 because my chair gets in the boot hole, as you can imagine, and as you would have seen earlier, but also it's still quite a lot of space in the boot as well. So yeah, that brings us to the end of the video. I hope you've enjoyed the little road trip that we've made. Shame it's not a nicer day, but at least we've got here, and like I said, we can make the most of getting used to this car. So if you're thinking about a Genesis, or you haven't watched one of my Genesis videos before, or any other of my videos before, go back onto my YouTube channel and have a little bit of a look.